a weird love story that has a very odd connection.
Ooh, Yaoi review.
Hi everybody, it's Corbin, and today I'm here to talk to you about Love Share by Aoi Kujyou. I'll read the back and we'll delve into the nitty-gritty. Love Share. Level-headed Kazushi never wanted his life taken over by the likes of the gorgeous Izumi. But then again, who could possibly resist such a charming flirt? After endless days and nights of passion, their future together seems certain. Or does it? When Izumi receives a strange phone call, it's up to Kazushi to both find his vanished lover and solve the lingering mystery. Can these two men share a love that lasts, or will it tear them both apart? Instant attraction sometimes leads to picture-perfect relationships, but there's no guarantee that even the deepest feelings won't vanish without a trace. The men of Love Share play plenty of games in their bedroom, but can they stay away from the dangerous game of the heart? Kazushi and Izumi must finally test their personal limits if they want to go to the distance and stay together. This is 18+. It's published by Juné or Okla Publishing. Now, let's delve into it. We'll talk art style. I actually really like this cover. I think it's really, really pretty. And I actually like the art. It's very nice. It's aged well, I'll be honest with you. It has aged very, very well. It is stunning to look at. And it is a great thing to see all around. The characters are well depicted. All of the scenes are well depicted. Now, this does have the polite censorship that is very common amongst the yaois, so don't expect to be seeing any. It is still very interesting and entertaining to read. Now, that being said, let's start talking plot. Art is very beautiful. Plot is another thing. So as I read this, I'll tell you, most of it felt very convoluted. It felt very unmotivated. It felt very undynamic. It felt almost suspiciously pointless. That being said, it was still interesting enough to keep you reading. It was just more of a day in my life kind of story where nobody wakes up from a coma or gets put into one. The high point of this story is when Izumi vanishes, and they have to go look for him, and they discover that I think it's his father who died or an ex-lover who died. It wasn't really clear to me, which says a lot. And then we get a flashback about how the two boys met, which was a really cute little story. I really liked that. And then a flash forward that shows them still being together, but it's still kind of a dysfunctional relationship. It's just, first off, this is not how a relationship should work. It is very almost one-sided. Both men do admittedly love each other. It's just one of them is very self-absorbed and stuck in his ways. What it reminds me of is, if you guys have watched Queer as Folk, it reminds me of Brian and Justin's relationship, except for there's no happy ever after for those two. So there's no happy ever after for these two. At least that's the way it feels, even though they show them being together in the future. It's just one of those that I kind of am like, As far as art-wise goes, I would recommend it because it's very pretty to look at. I'm sure if maybe I was in a different mindset and my allergies were not killing me, I might really like this because it's a very dramatic sort of story. It's just, it didn't feel motivated. It didn't feel realistic. It didn't feel like it had the things that I look for in a yaoi nowadays. It just felt unmotivated. It felt very juvenile. It felt very boxy as far as the story was going. So yeah, as far as picking it up as an art piece, I would say pick it up. If you're looking for a good story, you might like it if you like dramatic stories that feel unmotivated. That's your personal call. For me, I could have lived without it, I suppose is a polite way to say it. So yeah. If you guys have questions or comments or have read this before, let me know down in the comment section below. Give me a like, a favorite, subscribe, share this with a friend who likes yaoi, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Do you like what you see? Then subscribe!